gonna be dread. Right? He could talk softer when he's women, but he's a man, so he could talk a little rougher to you. Right? Speak as if you're here listening to me. Tyler Perry has been accused of sexual assault by Derek Dixon, who stars in Perry's show The Oval. This is from the Spiritual Word, and it reads, Derek Dixon has filed a $260 million lawsuit against director Tyler Perry, alleging a series of inappropriate and harassing incidents that began in 2019. According to the lawsuit, the two met at an event where Perry reportedly singled out Dixon, took his phone number, and later cast him in a small role on the show Ruthless. In January 2020, Dixon visited Perry's Atlanta home, where after drinking excessively, he slept in a guest room. Dixon claims Perry joined him in bed, touched his thighs, and made advances, which he rejected. Despite this, Dixon alleges Perry continued to pursue him, casting him as Dale in The Oval while sending sexually suggestive texts, including inquiries about his sexual preferences and explicit propositions. The lawsuit details another alleged incident later in 2020, where Perry allegedly engaged in a sexually charged conversation, grabbed Dixon by the throat, and made provocative remarks, prompting Dixon to push him away. The suit includes years of text messages purportedly from Perry, some explicitly sexual, such as suggesting Dixon's actions implied a desire for a sexual relationship. Dixon is suing for quid pro quo and workplace sexual harassment, as well as sexual assault and battery, seeking substantial damages.
I am not going to say anything on Tyler Perry because I have my opinions on him. I think he has done a lot for the Black community and Black film from a technical and job providing standpoint, but he's also done a lot of damage to the Black community and perception of the Black community. And then there's the private life thing that I just, either which way, I am always wary. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. We say it for the women. Anytime you see him with Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shannon Sharp, the lady, instead of her going to the authorities and pursuing this thing to get justice for her and people that have gone through things like this and to prevent it from happening for other women, that, this person is going the route of a civil suit to get money. Does it cast an aspersion to the allegations? Maybe. But I always find it strange when people go to the civil suit route before going the criminal route. Either which way, maybe he's going the civil route because it's hard to prove. Maybe the text messages are subjective. Maybe they can be interpreted a different way. Maybe he did seek legal counsel and they say, yeah, to pursue a criminal manner here, there's no way we can bring charges because there's nothing definitive here. Maybe he decided to go the route of civil. Maybe the civil suit lawyers saying, yeah, you got a better chance of getting some money out of this here just for recompense. Not a lawyer. Any lawyers that watch the show, they could comment, my man, showed up my man, Jiraiya, right? What I'll say is that we need to be mindful with who we literally get in bed with. And when I say that, I mean, whether it be in a sexual context or a business context, we need to be careful with whom we align with. And I understand in Hollywood and with, wanting to follow your dreams, it's very easy to allow certain things. Oh, I sleep on your couch again, I sleep in your room downstairs or whatever. And even if the mom making an advance or whatever, you say, all right, I can stand my ground, but at the very end, this is better will come. This is leading to an end, right? To me becoming and fulfilling my dreams. But at some point, your dignity gotta be up for play. At some point, your integrity gotta be up to play. We know that the entertainment industry can be very seedy. We know that a lot of people will use their power and influence to lure fame and fortune in front of you, but also want certain things that you can't get back. We gotta be mindful with who we go around with and associate with. Do I think that Tyler Perry is guilty of this? I honestly don't know. I don't know. But what I'll say is, in the end, we have to be mindful of people in positions that are offering sweetheart deals and saying and doing things that just sound a bit too suspicious to me. I ain't sleeping at nobody's house. I want to be a great filmmaker. Huh? I want I want to achieve certain things. I got dreams and aspirations, but I certainly am not going around people that I do not trust. It's different to if there is a big producer. I know Derek all my life, and Derek Samala, I got this little small part for you, but out in Hollywood, I live in Hollywood, come and sleep on my couch. Versus Tyler Perry. Yes, he's Tyler Perry, but you don't know this man from a can of paint. You don't know
Exactly.
this. You don't know this man. You do not know this man. And yes, he is Tyler Perry, and yes, he has done a lot, but you do not know this man. And what I am finding since the Me Too movement has shown is that all of these people that you see are famous and influential and seemingly beyond reproach are the same people that you have to be very mindful and critical at looking at when you're going forward. Right. And I am glad certain things are coming to light because it is showing you that in any and everything you're supposed to tolerate, look at no matter how big they are, how influential they are, you gotta be mindful. I really hope this sound bad, but I really hope there's a shit down. I hope that this is not something that happened to this young man, simply because this is yet another situation of Hollywood taking advantage of people who want to fulfill their dreams. And it's very disheartening to know that people have dreams and aspirations and goals for their life. And there are people that are gatekeepers to the access to the opportunity to do these things. And they're taking advantage of these people for their own personal, selfish gratification. I think that's disgusting.
Now, in this regard, right, Neil, I'm going to thank Derek Dixon for this particular situation, right? Why? Because we've seen this situation with, because we did a short on this, Neil, about the whole Diddy situation at some point, and Shannon Sharp. We talked about Shannon Sharp, right? I would have mentioned the situation with Cassie and Diddy, Vince McMahon, and the lady Shannon Sharp, and the other lady. But in this particular instance, we got, because there's always a situation of women shaking down men, allegedly, right? Here we got a man allegedly shaking down another man. And I'm happy that this has happened because it allows me the opportunity to be consistent and keep the same energy, right? Brother man, the man approach you. You been long willingly, you do the things. You get the power. You get the money, you get paid. Now you want to come and talk about somebody coerce you and or took advantage of you as a big man, somebody take advantage of you. Man, you could have just said, about out there, keep your money. Singing songs, you sing about out there.
Tell them they could keep their money, I go keep my money and die with my dignity. I'm born with it.
No.
Facts.
Personal responsibility for it. Don't put yourself in situations that you know will be compromising. Benefit from the front thing. So you get the job, you get the work, you get the exposure, you get the money. And then when the money run out or things, the well run dry, now you want to come back to sue when it back in. Don't do that. If things were so egregious as needs, it can't in the criminal court. But when you can't in the criminal court, now you go away. Right? There can be a seizure, there can be a stop of assets, there can be a seizure of assets and that kind of thing. You can't get paid. So you can't sit in the court first or hold that you could stick at the man and get the money one time.
Okay, it's schemas work, and to add to this too, Derek, if there was, let's say Tyler Perry did, make advances to this young man. Again, Tyler, and any man that is of influence and power, right? You got to know certain things off limits. You have to know.
You have to.
Just based on who you are, on the influence you have, and what you have to lose, because there's always thought about it. Protect what you have to lose. Why you got a man in at you and you feeling up your legs and trying to why use Tyler Perry as a billionaire? Huh?
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me you couldn't pay somebody or do this on the off? No, you got to try to coerce somebody into doing something if it is true. This is allegedly. But I want men to be more mindful. And not just men, people in general, be more mindful. You okay, so use who you is. Shoot, you might not be nobody. You might got $2 to your name, but you still got $2 though.
And I'm passing money thing too, Neil. You still got your reputation.
More importantly, got it.
And that's more important because the average man ain't got that kind of money.
Facts.
But the average man got reputation.
Facts.
Right? So you have to guard your reputation. Right? There's certain things you just can't be associated with. When you approach that young man and but to hear the young man tell it, you approach your man, he wasn't about it. From the time he wasn't about it,
Left it
find
out.
somebody else.
Left it out.
Left
Leave
it
it
out.
out.
But you know you're only setting up for problems. Left it
Exactly.
out. Anyhow, that's been another Senate short. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell at Hotel Tyler Radio allegedly. Try to hit up this dude to ensure you do not miss any content we got coming for you, allegedly. See you guys again soon. Peace.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.